Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you guys are here. Let's begin our card. Here I take a panel measure 4 by 5 and a quarter, and I will do some splatters using scattered straw distress oxide inks. Here I smoosh some ink onto my working space, add some water, and here I am using my paintbrush for splatters. I will do the splatters all over my panel. I will clean up my working space because splatters are all over. I will use Gina K Designs fancy feathered dies on my panel. I created them by ink blending on cardstock and die cut it with the 3 different feathers included in the set. I die cut same feathers with white cardstock 2 times each. That way I will stack them up and give some dimension to my main die cut pieces. I like dimensions in my cards, so it will be giving some dimension and some stability to the main die cuts. I will use Simon Says Stamps Craft Tacky glue to attach all of the outlines of the die cut. First I will glue 2 white outlines and then I will attach the colored outline of the feather on the top of those 2. The outlines are thin but they are easy to attach. I will do the same process with rest of the 2 feather outlines. After putting them all together, I will put them on the background to see how I want my layout. After deciding how I want them on my panel, I will attach them using Simon Says Stamps Craft Tacky glue to the card. I will use my tweezers to remove any excessive glue which ooze out while attaching them. For my sentiment, I am using Happy Birthday from the Gina K Designs Magnificent Marigold stamp set. It is a very beautiful stamp set in a scripty handwriting. I really like it. I will gold heat emboss this sentiment on a black cardstock, and for that I am using Holtz stamping tool. I usually stamp twice, so stamping platform is an easy way to do so. I will prep with the sentiment with my fingers so it will stamp well, and I am using Holtz Distress Embossing ink to stamp my sentiment. I will stamp it twice to make sure that I have a good impression. I am using Gina K Designs Fine Detail Gold Embossing Powder, and I will cover my sentiment completely with the embossing powder. I give some time so that the embossing powder will stick to the ink completely. Give it a good tap. It's if there is any excessive embossing powder somewhere else. And I will immediately pour back the embossing powder into its jar. I hit it with my heat gun to melt the embossing powder off camera. I will fussy cut the sentiment with my Holtz scissor. I will use Simon Says Stamps Craft Tacky glue to attach the sentiment to the panel, and I will attach it almost in the center to connect all of the feather dies together with the sentiment. I will use 2 white cardstock behind the front panel to give some dimension, and I will use double-sided tape to attach all of the 3 cardstocks. My card base is USA A2 size, which measures 4¼ by 5½, and it is a top folding card base. Here I am attaching a white cardstock inside to the card base too. There are 2 reasons for that. A, it will give some stability to my card, and B, it would be easy to write your message inside of the card, because like white paper, writing on a white cardstock is easier than writing on a colored cardstock. I like to do inside of my cards too, so I will take one of the small feather stamp set including in the stamp set, and I will use my Holtz platform for that. I will put my card base inside the platform, and I will stamp the feather stamp on one of the corner. I will use dried marigold distress oxide inks to stamp my feather inside so that it will match with my base. I will clean my stamp, so I want to stamp it again, but when I put it there it won't good look, so I will stamp it only one time. Time to attach the front to the card base. For that, I will use Simon Says Stamps Craft Tacky glue. I will generously put liquid glue all over the back, and I will attach it to the front of the card base. As it is small in size, so it will show a borderline of my card base around it. Make sure that it is equal on all sides and then give it a good press. Now time to put some blings. Here I am using some yellowish gold sequins from my stash, and I guess I put 3 sequins on my card. Here I am using my jewel picker, Marvel jewel picker, and I will use Simon Says Stamps glue to attach the sequins to. So here is my completed card using Gina K Designs fancy feather die set included in the June 22 card kit of the month. Hope you guys like it. Give it a thumbs up. I will really appreciate if you subscribe my channel if you don't already have. Do hit the notification bell so you won't my upcoming videos. Thank you for spending your time with me. See you soon. Bye bye.